Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my camera's wonky. There we go. You wouldn't expect anything less, right? So welcome to the first of what I hope to be a long upholding standard of basically going live every single week at the same time. I know. You guys have been asking for it. I've been needing to do it. Now you guys can actually plan for it. And you'll know that every Thursday at 5 p.m. I will be going live. So I did have a poll on the channel, if you guys remember, where I asked you all, what would be the best day? And Thursday came in a close second to Friday. And then Saturday, obviously, that's going to be Saturdays and Sundays are going to be family days. Wednesdays have to be extrapolated from that due to church services. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday was the options. Friday being the most requested, but Thursday being the second. And Fridays just will not work. And even today, it's been one of those things where I'm like running behind because I had to go pick up some groceries before I come home. Had to make sure my son had something to eat. So we're going to try to make this at 5 p.m. If I'm sliding in just a little bit late or, cut me a little slack, I'm trying. But at least now you'll know exactly when to look for it. And I'll try to get the live streams up a little bit sooner too, so that you can actually, set your notifications for that and everything like that. Before we move into today's Listen Together, I want to make you aware of the fact that we are still having open submission or registrations rather for the Mastering the Mix live masterclass. Now this is going to be a full-blown, no fluff, 3 hours of me going through a mix, taking time to explain every single thing that I'm doing. I'm going to even try my best to use, and I probably should and can, to use nothing but stock plugins so that even if you don't own the same plugins that I own, you'll be able to achieve the same results. And that was at the request of some subscribers. And likewise, if everyone who registers and shows up for the class, you're also going to get a free plugin from 𝗬𝗍 Multimedia, the one mastering processor, which is what we will be using to master the track when it's all said and done. So I think if you haven't signed up yet, you owe it to yourself to at least give it some consideration. I'll post a link. Actually, I'll do that right now, just so I don't forget, because you know how that goes. Let's see here. Actually, let me post a link to the page where you can actually learn more about it. That way you can make a more informed decision. And you can either head over there now or you can wait till the stream is over. I would prefer that you wait till the stream is over, but if you have to go now for whatever reason, that's fine too. So I'm going to post that in the chat. If DJ Big Red 81 has not beat me to it, he has. He's all over it. I'm going to go ahead and pin this. Actually, I'll pin. Let me pin his, actually, because he's got more information. Okay, so if throughout the stream, if you're wondering more about it and maybe you come in on the last half of the stream, maybe there's something, you can find out more about that there. And that link will take you to a page where it just explains more about what exactly is all included and should hopefully give you a better insight. It's got an FAQ at the bottom and should answer most all of your questions. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to hit me up. Send me a message either on through the group. I fail to believe that, DJ, because you are quick on the draw like the horse named McGraw. But I greatly appreciate it too. So thank you so much. But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and I am actually running just a little bit behind. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my DAW. I'll give you 2 plug nickels if you can tell me what DAW I will be using. That's right, Cakewalk by BandLab. How did you guess? We're going to open up an empty project here. Let's just go ahead and head over to the desktop real quick. Okay. Just to show you that I am doing something here behind the scenes. So this will hopefully allow you to be like, oh, I need to cut Robert some slack because he's not up to snuff right now. I got to download the submissions real quick. Well, okay, so the submissions are downloaded. I just have to unzip them. Sorry. And my mouse is not wanting to work. Like it's acting like maybe the batteries are down. I don't know. It's acting goofy. So there's that. Okay. Now I'm going to come back here, and while I'm kind of flying these in real quick, I'm going to go ahead and we will have just a brief commercial break. Oh, wait a minute. That's weird. Why is it doing it that way? I'm telling you all, this thing is acting goofy already, but that's fine. It might have just locked up on me. DJ, that would be like a breath of fresh air. That would be amazing. Brush the mouse. I wish it was that easy. Unfortunately, this one does not require brushing. I do remember those days though, when I had the old mouse that required there it goes, the brushing. Those were the days, were they not? Hey, Jürgen, what is up, brother? Let me load in this real quick. Okay. And we're going to get to this brief commercial. Hopefully everything works right. And then I'm going to fly the tracks in real quick. Okay, let's do this. Hey friend, are you looking to take your music experience to the next level? Well, as a VIP member, you're going to gain access to exclusive benefits that cannot be found anywhere else, including early access to new videos, no corruptions, as well as an extra 5 to 10 minutes of exclusive content where I solo the tracks and share my production insights, so you can apply then those key takeaways to your own music projects. But that's not all. As a VIP member, you'll also get a backstage pass to a ton of videos that can't be found anywhere else. So if you're looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind music experience, click the link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen now to learn more about becoming a VIP member. Hey friend, are you looking to take your music experience to the next level? Well, as a VIP member, you're going to gain access. Today's video is sponsored in part by the 𝗏𝗵𝗲 Academy. The 𝗏𝗵𝗲 Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the 𝗏𝗏𝗲 Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the 𝗏𝗵𝗲 Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. All right, we're going to give a big shout out to these individuals who, for their awesomeness, have subscribed. Thank you all so much. And my apologies for any echoing that was going on there. That was just sort of a last minute thing I thought I'd throw in there, hoping that it would work. But you know how that goes. So it did not. That's just how that goes. I am flying the last bit of submissions in now. And it looks like the very last on the list is Neon Wonders, which already has a cool title. I like that. Okay. Bring these in here. All right. So we have all of them flown into Cakewalk. And then now I just got to fly them all to the front here. Okay. So it looks like up first we have 𝗵25 by Crackly Software. I think this is his second, if not third time submitting something. So kudos to you, man. Good job for putting yourself out there. I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but you haven't noticed by now, this is definitely a safe place to do that. Now I'm going to go back over here really quickly and just to check to make sure that there's not anything that I need to follow up with as far as if you've left any kind of backstory to the song. Okay. And it does appear that there is a little bit of a backstory. Cool. Okay. So let me make sure that is able to be read here. Okay. So Mr. Crackly Software says, I thought it was time to step away from my usual mellow, chilled stuff and try to create something a little more up-tempo, which is out of my normal comfort zone. Very cool. This track was partly inspired by someone's comment on a previous track saying that it sounded like traveling home music. So I thought I'd try and create what it's like to travel home in the UK roads. As usual, a mix of various hardware synths were used, sequenced in Reaper, but this track also benefits from added Al Pacino, albeit heavily treated. Okay, well, this could be cool. Let's give this bad boy a listen. Ooh, that sounds cool. Very cool. Okay, that was really cool. I really liked the usage of the sound effects. To me, like that sold it. I do feel like there was a little bit of redundancy just in you know, kind of some of the melody line and the way that it kind of traveled from one place to the next. But given the fact that it was also a instrumental piece, it kind of makes sense. And so I love the fact that you were, the M25 has never sounded better. It was really cool that you just took advantage of all the space that you had. And because it was an instrumental track, you sort of leaned into that, knowing that there's a train behind me right now. Sorry. Knowing that because it's an instrumental track, you were able to take advantage of that. So the bass line was amazing. I loved what it was doing, but I don't feel like I was feeling it enough. A lot of times, especially with this type of music, it needs to be a little bit louder in the mix, I think, just to make it a little more dominant. It needs to sort of help to drive the song even more. But the soundscape, the choices that you made, wow. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Did you guys hear the train? It was pretty loud. Of course, it's speeding by in what sounds like 250 miles an hour, so it won't last long. They're going faster and faster these days. I guess that's why they're all derailing. With that being said, though, excellent work. Definitely got a lot of potential. I think you could just, if those few things that I've just talked about, I think would actually help to elevate it maybe to a higher plane. And then the only thing that I would say is, in order to get that bass line to really pump like it needs to, so to speak, you're going to have to be careful and look at the low end of some of the instrumentation that you're using, as well as even the sound effects. It might not even hurt to automate the low end on the sound effects, like maybe have them come in a little bit more bass heavy than when they leave. That'll even help to sell the effect of them going from one side of the speaker to the other, or even do like some panning or stuff like that. I mean, the sky's the limit, but you definitely did a great job. So that was awesome submission, man. And I love the backstory for that too. Very cool. All right. Up next, we have I Wanted You, the 𝗵𝗲 mix 1. Let's see what was said about this. But actually, before we do that, I skipped over a very crucial part of this stream that I don't want to skip over. Blah, can't talk. And that was our creed. The creed around here is simplifying the complexities of the home studio and helping you create professional sounding music in a less than professional space. The motto is that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. Now, this is more than just a slogan. It's more than just a creed. This is literally the building of something better, a community of awesome individuals just like you guys who've decided to show up and help one another. So thank you guys so much for being here. And along those same lines, thank you to all of the chart toppers. And I've actually see that I've got some awesome people in here right now that have actually contributed to this list. So thank you guys so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. I'm overwhelmed sometimes to think that this many people are willing to open up their wallets and give back. Even if it's a small amount, it's every little bit helps. And I greatly appreciate it, especially with recent events that have taken place. I thought there for a minute, I don't want to get too personal, but I thought there for a minute I was going to have to fold up shop and someone talked some sense into me. But last year was very hard on me with taxes, and I'm looking, well, let's just say I've got to sell a bunch of stuff. Guitars, stuff that I didn't want to sell, but you got to do what you got to do. but you guys are helping to keep the lights on. You guys are helping to keep the stream going. You guys are helping to keep the internet going, honestly. And I'm not trying to boo-hoo on anyone's shoulder, just letting you know. Last year was rough. It was rough on me. I should say this tax season is rough. But thank you guys so much. So thank you for showing up to the stream as well. DJ Big Red 81, a staple of the stream. Disc Jedi is sort of a newcomer, but this is his second stream in a row. So thank you so much. Paul Morgan, he's becoming a staple. I mean, he's here a lot now, and Crackly Software has been showing up. Thank you so much, Russell Cameron Thomas, for showing up. Appreciate that. Says he just submitted a song at the Produce Like a Pro community. We love the Produce Like a Pro folk. Thank you so much for giving them a shout out as well. Mark George, we would be remiss without giving you a big party shout out. You are an awesome individual. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you so much for showing up. Micah, another staple of the stream, sort of a pillar of the stream now, as well as Jurgen. Talk about a pillar. I think he's been here from day one when we started these live streams, just all the time being encouraging and helping people. So thank you so much. PAL, yet again, this individual whose song we're getting ready to listen to has become sort of a common name here on the stream as well. And we could not pass up Leon Banks. Brothers and sisters, you got to hear some of this guy's tunes. And his wife, woo, she can play that violin, y'all. So thank you all so much for showing up. I think I got everybody except for Mob the Gamer. Of course, we could not forget about Mob, y'all. Thank you so much for showing up. And I almost forgot about this. Thank you, DJ, yet again for helping to remind me. But congratulations to Crackly Software for releasing his first album. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So congratulations for that. You guys, really, honestly, what I noticed is that over time, the individuals that were scared about posting songs on these song contests have ended up posting the songs, and then they just keep getting better and better and better. And then what happens is it's usually like just a little bit of time, and all of a sudden they're releasing albums. So in a lot of times it's just the lack of confidence. So by coming on here and, being able to show up and submit songs and get some good feedback and realize that your song is not as bad as what you think it is, then you start to get that confidence that you need and go, wow, I'm going to release an album. That's awesome. You guys, give him a round of applause. Keep going, man. Keep going. Hey, no problem. Leon Banks says, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, man. Okay, now we will get back to the regularly scheduled program here. We're going to listen to I Wanted You, but before we do that, let's see if he's left any kind of notes or anything. And yes, he has. He says, by Pal or Paul, another song with improvised lyrics, and as they are improvised, the song is Whatever You Want It to Be About. Recorded in Cakewalk in 2023. No specific gear used, just guitar for the instrument break. Hope you like it. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's give this bad boy a listen. Very cool already.
I pictured your face in the strangest place. I was looking skyward and I thought we would be the one.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so in my professional opinion, the song was amazing. I loved the instrumentation, the music bed that you were singing on, but I do feel like the vocals were kind of done a disservice in this, in the sense that I feel like they could have set on top just a little bit better. If you want to keep that sort of, as Justin Ryan 710 has said, if you want to keep sort of that Alice Cooper type sound in there, which is actually pretty cool. I like it. I think it would benefit more from being able to set on top just a little bit better. And then you wouldn't have to apply as much of that effect to get the same effect, if that makes sense. Other than that, man, yeah. The balance of it, the clarity, very nice, very nice. Very nice job mixing all of the sounds, definitely. But then actually throwing this all together, and for that being an improv, dude, you knocked it out of the park. So great work. Those are just really some of the few things that kind of jumped out at me. I love the effects on your vocals, but I feel like if they could just set on top just a little bit more, it would really help them. And then the only other thing is, I know I keep griping about this bass today, guys, but I feel like it could have been a little bit more punchy too. So I like bass though. So if all of this is really subjective, so I give my professional feedback, but even my feedback or Warren's feedback or anybody's feedback is really, it's subjective, because one person's punchy bass is another person's bass that's too loud in the mix. So with that being said, great work. Keep up the good work, man. And I'm assuming from the chat here that DJ has had a hand in either mixing or helping you to get this where it needs to be. So we'll see. I don't know. Next up is Peter Wolford, Autumn Days, or as he is known here in the chat, Pete Wolf. And I want to real quickly give a big shout out to some new individuals that have jumped in. So Just Ryan, sorry, I almost said Justin. Just Ryan 710 is a newcomer to the stream. Let's give him a round of applause. Not only did he come to the stream, but he also came to the stream already providing some value, giving his insight, his feedback. That's awesome. Jonathan Hamlet, good to see you, brother. Appreciated you allowing me to mix your song. Had a good time doing that. And then 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗃. Don't want to leave out 𝗧𝗵𝗲. He showed up here. He just kind of slid in sort of under the radar. So that's always a good thing. Yeah. Okay, so DJ says all he has done is push him to release the music. Good deal. So yeah, if you did all of that on your own with just a little bit of a nudge from DJ, dude, you're doing an awesome job. Keep up the good work. Okay, so for this one, hello, Robert. My name is Peter. I'm autistic, and I've been making music for almost 2 years now. I started getting into songwriting when I was 16, and I never stopped making music ever since. The track that I have for you today is a lo-fi style song. This song was inspired from when COVID hit and when we were all on lockdown, and that I was gradually getting more and more depressed from staying in my home for so long. I picked the name Autumn Days because that it's not his typing, it's my eyes. I picked the name Autumn Days because that the point in time when the nighttime starts to get longer than the daytime is during the autumn, and I associate nighttime to be darker and sadder than daytime. Same. Okay, me too. I've seen your content for over a year now, and this is my first time submitting a song into this contest. Love to hear what you think about it. Wow, that is cool. And I know when somebody has a condition such as autism, it's even harder for individuals like yourself to put yourself out there, because I have a cousin whose son is nonverbal autistic. And even though he's nonverbal, he lets you know through his body action, through his body language and the way that he moves his hands, whether or not he feels welcomed or not. And there's some times whenever, you know, he's been out and about that you could tell he was not enjoying himself. Just simply because I think in the back of your mind, you're always wondering what people are going to think. Well, yet again, thank you so much for submitting this song. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And we love the fact that you're doing this. So thank you for stepping out and doing this. Pete Wolf, everyone, let's give it a listen. Sorry, that was my fault. Ooh, interesting little chord change there. You were right, Pete. This has got some bass. Very cool. Nice little build there. That was cool. That's when you know the bass is hitting hard. It's like there's just enough going on to keep you interested in what's going to happen next. Very cool. Lots of melody and counter melody going on. I love it. Yeah, I agree, Crackly. Definitely. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Honestly, I think the only thing that I could say about that one is I just would have liked to have heard a fade out at the end. Everything else was, honestly, it was spot on. I love the fact that it was constantly, it was changing, but there was still a constancy. The bass line was sort of that like coming home point where it was like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I need to stay. But then the counter melodies and the melodies that were like playing along with some of those background noises that kind of kept fading in and out and changing even, really it provided just enough of inconsistency in a good way to make it to where it was like, okay, I'm not getting bored of this, even though it sounds roughly the same. So that was actually kind of a cool little lesson in just how powerful counter melodies can be, especially for something that is an instrumental piece. So when I'm talking about the fade out in Cakewalk, you literally just click and drag this little doodad here. I just think that would have helped it to kind of end a little better. So it would have sounded like this. Nothing too major. It just sounded like it kind of maybe cut off a little too quickly as opposed to this. See, it just kind of cuts off a little quickly. But then again, maybe that's the vibe you're going for. Maybe it's going straight into another song. Maybe it's, either way, very cool song. Great job. Keep submitting stuff, dude. That was good. Really. Eugene Smith is up next. Jerry Fox, Eugene Smith, Dallas. I just immediately thought of an old sitcom. Was it a sitcom or was it like a series? Dallas. I'm not sure. Anywho, this is our good friend Eugene Smith up next. If you guys have listened to any of his music, you'll know that this is going to be good. Let's add a little bit of extra on here. Okay, so we actually have two different backstories, one from Eugene and one from Jerry. Or is it Gary? It's probably Jerry, the way that it's spelled. So cool. So from Eugene, it says, this is another collab I did with Gary Fox. Jerry Fox. This is Jerry's song, music and lyrics. He played all guitars, acoustic and electric, and sang all vocals. I played the bass and the drums. Ooh, game changer. Okay, cool. This was recorded and mixed in my home studio. The song was mixed after I had moved my studio to a larger area and also using new speakers, the Yamaha HS5s. Ooh. So Jerry has wrote, back in September 2nd of 2020, I took a guitar down to a waterfront park bench on Dallas Road, facing the ocean and Olympic Mountains. I played a little riff and my mind generated the first lyrics, actually triggered by the street name Dallas Road. A story emerged about leaving a place and moving on. It came as imagery. Dallas, bathed in a hot, humid Texas air, lifting off from the runway and looking back at skyscrapers dulled in the haze of sunset, arriving in a dry, cool Midwest stopover in a cheap hotel, the kind with the red neon vacancy sign flashing in the window, robbing you of sleep. Destination, the West Coast and a new beginning. Glancing back to a crumbling past while imagining a better future, there's a revelation that the past was locking onto a shadow siren call existence, which ultimately serves nobody. There was a realization that one must look wider and deeper to see past what may be obscured, revealing that I survived to start a new day, planning for a future that reflects what is actually important. Wow. Well, mic drop. That was awesome. Wow. Okay. Let's give this bad boy a listen. It's already got me intrigued. Excellent recording of the guitar.
Dallas town, you've come and gone, still spinning through my head. The air is cool now, the sweat is dry, sitting on my hotel bed, looking for a home, not gonna be alone. Some rest, try to sleep, my eyes are wide and dead. Think I'll move far away, West Coast scene instead, where I'll start again the path, the high road now, not trading in my soul. As my memories burn, fueled by lessons learned. Well, it's new, a deeper view. I stared, but now I see. What matters now, I understand. The forest, not the tree. So the story's told.
Very cool.
Yes, I'm growing old. Siren call. The spires of light took me to the crowded head. Fools rush in, they always fall. That's the story that I live to tell. Dallas town, you come and gone, so spinning through my head. The air is cool now, the sweat is dry, sitting on my hotel bed, hoping for a home, never gonna be alone. Never gonna be alone. The spires are falling down. Time to turn away, I know. Time to turn away, I know.
Nice little fade out there. Awesome song. Very cool. I loved the backstory, and it definitely, the backstory, the song itself lived up to the backstory. So that was very cool. Some things that I heard on this, though, that I feel like it's already been stated here in the chat, about the lead vocals. The harmonies were amazing. I feel like they could have been brought up maybe just a tad bit too, or at least panned out a little bit more to the right and left stereo field. Another thing that I noticed, though, was the guitars. As much as I loved the guitars, it seemed as if some of the electrics were maybe not in tune. I heard just a little bit. It wasn't like, I think to someone maybe who isn't a guitarist, they would not have even picked up on it. But to me, it's just like I heard just a little bit of a, like a, and that's something, you know, that after it's all said and done, it kind of adds to the vibe, but it's not necessarily ideal. There is a way, though, with the use of Melodyne, where you can actually go in there and retune those guitars if they're not too badly out of tune, and it will put them right back in where they need to be. Jonathan Hamlet says, is this an electric drum kit? The phone is charging, so I can't plug in headphones to listen well. I'd be tempted to try some other snare sounds. Yeah, the snare sound, it was a little bit dry, but I'm personally more of like a crack. I like a crack sound with a little bit of the snare tines on the bottom, kind of hitting that snare at the same time. But it also had a lot of nostalgic vibes for me, because there was times where it sounded very like Rush, like had that Rush sound to it. which to me, like that's the band that got me started in music to begin with, was Rush. So anytime I hear something that even closely resembles it, I'm like, that's cool. So yeah, definitely keep up the good work, man. Those are the few things that I would say, minus, or not rather minus, but alongside some of the other things that have been said here in the chat already. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 says, nice O's. How about some elements dropping out for a verse or a few measures earlier too, just like down to drums and bass for variation? Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good estimation right there for the, production of it, definitely. And the arrangement. Good call there. All right. But really not, like all of these songs that we've listened to today, there's really not much, that they need. It's just that extra little bit. And that's, at the end of the day, like, in order to take your mixing skills to that next level, when you get to this sort of crossroads that you guys, like most of you are at, it's not really about making big sweeping movements anymore, because you've done a majority of the heavy lifting. Now what you need to learn is the subtleties. And sometimes that, honestly, that just takes time and training your ears over time for what, sounds good. A lot of it can have to do with your listening environment. What kind of headphones are you're using? What kind of plugins are on your master bus that are maybe, clouding things up? There's a whole wide variety of scenarios there. I know a gentleman had just mentioned that he was mixing on HS5s now, which is cool because those actually have a very predominant mid-range. And if you can get that mid-range nailed in EQ-wise, it's going to make the mix sound a whole lot better on a wide variety of sources. So, but when you get to this point, like literally, it's more about, okay, what are the subtleties that I can take advantage of? So really, that's all you have in that last song we just heard, Eugene and Jerry, is just a few subtleties that need to be taken and addressed. And that song would be bonkers, in a good way, in case you don't know what bonkers means, because it's one of those words that we use around here that I don't know if anyone else uses. And then I say it sometimes and people are like, what? Is that good or bad? Up next, we have 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Is it wool or woo? 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Okay. Guitars galore is an exclamation point. So that's the very first thing that they're saying here. This first composed a synthesizer keyboard piece in the early 1980s, found its home, or destiny, when we lived in Guatemala for 3 years in 1999 through 2001. I adapted and arranged the original to be performed as a guitar ensemble number. Now, all these years later, I get to add in elements, bongos, timbales, and that were not available until now. The title, Zayla produced 𝗧𝗵𝗲, comes from the city of 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 football people, football. The local football team or soccer team is called 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Remember that the J is pronounced as an H in Spanish, so it'd be 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Okay. This title is playing on that team's name. Gotcha. This is rendered straight out of Cakewalk in my Sennheiser headphones. I will experiment subsequently with the Sound ID reference plugin to get it flattened and listenable on more outputs. But for now, this is where it is at. Still trying to get that whumping bass drum to sit in its pocket. Suggestions on how to improve that are greatly appreciated, of course. Thanks for listening, James. All right, let's give it a listen. Nice. I'll turn this up a little bit. There's something wrong with you. Nice little break there, and okay, so if you are in the chat, let me know if that was that intentional, Mr. James? To have that dip out like that, or was that maybe an accidental something that maybe got muted? Or because it seemed like if you were going to go for that, that's cool, but it seemed like this was just a little bit too long of a space considering the rest of the track was very upbeat. So that dropout is great, but it should have come in just a little bit sooner is really the only thing that I got to say about that. Man, wow. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. I loved it. I do see what you're talking about with the bass kind of being a little bit out of hand, but I think it worked. It really did. Like, it didn't sound like it was too much in my headphones. And these are very, like, I listen to a lot of music in these headphones. I mix a lot of music in these headphones. With that being said, I know these headphones very well, and I didn't think that the bass was overpowering. Now, given the fact that, like, if you played this inside of a Sanctuary or on a larger sound system, yeah, I could see where that would be overpowering. But on headphones, it was spot on to me. Great work, man. We've had a lot of awesome submissions already. You guys are rocking it. Okay, next up, Turning Master Wave. Stefan, I think the actual title is Turning. Don't quote me on that. Turning Away. Okay. Is the actual title. Jonathan Hamlet says, I loved listening to this, but would hate trying to mix it for a live performance. Too many parts for my amateur hands to keep track of. Definitely. Question. We have a question in the chat. I'm not sure if anyone has asked or if you've answered, but have you ever mixed with studio monitors? Yes. Yes. Typically speaking, what I try to do is I mix predominantly in my headphones. I do have the Sound Reference ID software, which kind of like gives you the effect that you're using studio monitors. But then I check my mixes on the monitors to make sure that the stereo imaging is correct, that the reverb is in the right places, that the delays are working properly. Because inside of a headphone, those are the main three areas, stereo imaging, reverb, and delay, that you can't really pinpoint in a headphones because they're too close to your ears. And the stereo image especially is very subjective when you're listening through headphones. So yes, and I do have a set of Kali Audio LP6s. So they're probably overkill for this small studio, but they sound absolutely amazing. And they have like a built-in EQ on the back that allows you to literally set them up. Like if you have to set them against a wall, unlike other speakers that don't have any kind of way to accommodate for that, you can actually set the EQ on these to where if you do have to set them up against a wall like mine are, then you can actually, let me see if I can, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. It won't look the greatest because it'll probably be a little bit dark in here. Yeah, actually it should show up pretty nicely. So I'll give you sort of a behind the scenes here of what that looks like real quickly. Let me switch to the coffee cam. So you'll be seeing it through the coffee cam. There we go. Yeah, so these LP6s are actually setting up against the wall, but on the back of these, you actually have, which I can't show you, but it has like a little, kind of like the 𝗬𝗵𝗲 has the, if I can, this might get weird, guys. Oh, it's blocked. At least you can see it my nose. Anyway, so like the 𝗬𝗵𝗲 has a sort of like built-in EQ. Let me come back to the desktop here. Yeah, so the 𝗬𝗵𝗲 has like this built-in EQ on it where you can like have a low cut, take off a little bit off the top. I believe it's got a shelf you can add to the high end. Either way, with the ability to do that, that's what these Cali audio speakers do. So if you have to set them against a wall, you can actually do that. Yes, you can adjust for specific placement. Thank you for quantifying all that into a small and intelligible sentence. That's where I was trying to head, but it's not, I'm not getting there. DJ says they're good studio monitors. Folks that used to work for JBL started Cali Audio, and SonarWorks is awesome too. Absolutely. Yeah, so that should answer that question. I don't know if you guys really wanted to know that or if you needed to know that, but now you know it. So up next is Stefan with the song Turning Away. Stefan Ray Price wrote and recorded in my bedroom in 2017. I've been bedbound since 2018 and need care due to medical negligence. I won't be able to play again, and my vocal cords don't work with dysphoria, but I used to write, play everything, program, mix. Wow. Okay, that hit home right there. Stefan, thank you so much for submitting the song. I know it was probably hard for you to even find the time or get someone to help you to do this. I don't know if you did it yourself personally, but either way, thank you so much for submitting the song. Thank you so much for sharing this with us and for sharing that your state of being right now, because one of the things about this channel that I've tried to incorporate, I'm not real preachy. If you've watched this channel for very long, you know that I'm a Christian. You know that I believe in Jesus Christ. You know that I believe in the power of prayer. My life was changed because of that. And so part of this channel is also an extension of, I feel like, a ministry for me, that when I find individuals that come on the channel and I get to know them, it's more than just, you know, people who are submitting songs. We've developed relationships. I'm praying for people. And I love to do that. I love to help people, not just with their songs, but also spiritually. I love to help people. And I would be, if it's okay with you, I mean, I would love to be able to pray for you. I think it's awesome that you were able to submit this song. And I'm going to go ahead and add you to my prayer list. I won't pray for you publicly right now, as I don't want to embarrass you or detract from anything that's going on right now. But I will be praying for you privately, and my family will add you to our prayer list as well. And hopefully things should start to get better. I've seen God do some miracles. I'm a walking testament of that. So don't give up yet, and hang in there, buddy. I am definitely looking forward to hearing this. So here we go. Turning Away. Whoa, that's really loud. Sorry, guys. Let me turn that down a little bit, because it looks like it's actually already been mastered, so that's cool too. All right, I'm going to kind of move this up a little bit so it doesn't just jump right into it. You ready? Here we go.
Just who the hell do you think you are? You're standing there like a film star. Well, this ain't no red carpet event. You sure as hell ain't heaven sent.
Unfortunately, my sincere apologies to 𝗧𝗵𝗲. The song already was starting out to be amazing. However, I do not allow cursing on the show, as I try to keep this family friendly. So my apologies. I cannot play this. If there's any way that you can resubmit the song without the explicatives, I would go ahead and just let it play, especially given the backstory. But if I did that for you, I'd have to do that for everybody. And I have to maintain that standard of letting individuals know that when you do submit a song, it has to be explicative free. So no swear words, nothing that has to do with any kind of sexual connotations or anything like that. Because if my child was to get on the show, or your children were to tune in and watch, I would like for them to not have to hear that. So the song itself was already starting out really awesome too, which stinks because I love the sound that it was already getting into. But we are going to have to, unfortunately, bypass that one for now until at least we can get a submission that doesn't include the curse words. So up next, we have Stuart Smith, DJP, Morning Storm. All right. Yes, it was a nice song. It was definitely starting out really well. And that's why I, even after the first one, I was like, no. And I thought, well, maybe that was the only one. And then it happened again. So unfortunately, I'm not going to apologize for upholding my beliefs and the way that my convictions, but I do apologize for not being able to play the whole thing for everyone else. But yeah, so Disc Jedi Panoramics is our up next with the song Morning Storm. He says, I got a hold of a turntable in the mid 80s and learned how to scratch. Okay, this is already getting cool. The Disc Jedi part of my name was given to me after I was chosen to be a DJ for the 30th anniversary of the movie Star Wars. I had an interesting life. Unable to perform on the turntables anymore, I'm now starting my musical journey on a new path to show my capabilities to a music distributor, also a friend and retired rock star. I made 5 tracks in the theme of the 1970s movie soundtrack. This is the track my friends have said that they like the most. The track also that I like the least. Also, I think that it would give you more of a challenge and content if I should win. Made for free by someone with no musical knowledge outside of being a DJ and who can't even lift a guitar, let alone play one. He says, I used the Studio Instruments drum kit. This is stock with Cakewalk. Ample bass, ample guitar, DSK Asian Dreams pipa, the Chinese zither, the mini Eru, and a few free effects as well. I just want to make you dance or at least tap your foot. Well, let's see if you can, in fact, get my foot a tapping. Let's check it. Oops, sorry. Ooh, starting out cool. Very cool. I'm gonna have to turn this one up a little bit because it's. There we go. Very cool sound effects. Wow. Very cool, like Asian-esque soundscape here. This is cool. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the storm vibes, bro. Nice. It's like a beautiful chaos. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely a lot going on, given the fact of the title of the track and what you were kind of trying to achieve. You definitely nailed it. I do feel like that a little bit of painting would have went a long way. Remember to take use of your entire stereo field. Obviously you don't want to pan out too far because, Russell Cameron Thomas is all over it. He's calling me out in a good way. Thank you so much for bringing that up. It probably is a good point to go ahead and add that first thing, you know, on both forms. But yeah. Anyway, great song. taking use of your stereo field is a great thing. You don't want to take advantage of it too much, because then the mono capabilities and your stereo field can actually ruin sometimes the phase of the song. So you'll definitely need to be careful there. But with that being said, all that stuff that was going on still somehow worked, which was really cool. And that's what I meant by it's like a beautiful chaos. It's like a chaotic orchestra of awesomeness. Take that for however you want. It was really cool though. I really did like it. I think those are maybe some of the things that I would look to address. And with that being said, also make sure that because there is a lot going on, you want to make sure that automation is used to sort of get things to come in and go out, and sort of give the ear a break every once in a while, like let things kind of like into a vacuum and then kind of explode back out like a storm would do. I think that would be cool too. That's just, yet again, totally subjective. Great job though. Wow. You guys and your submission. You guys are rocking it. Up next is our good friend 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗦𝗦 May Your Love Be You. Let me see what he has written about this. May your love be you. You can take only one thing when you're stranded on a desert island. Make it a boat. You can take only one thing when you're stranded on a desert island. Make it a boat. That was good. There's a lot of truth there to that at the same time. But then it kind of begs the question, like, how did you get stranded on that desert island if you already had a boat? Anywho, I'm just being facetious. All right. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗦𝗦, May Your Love Be You. Let's check it.
Don't worry about tomorrow until tomorrow's here. Don't worry about the years I had until those years are
Very cool. Very cool. So one thing that I immediately picked up on was that the guitars were recorded very well, but they were almost overpowering everything else. It was hard for me to hear the bass frequencies. It was hard for me to hear the vocals because a lot of it was being buried underneath a lot of those conflicting elements there. And sorry, I didn't have your name up on the screen that whole time. I had the previous song. Sorry about that. But yeah, so when it comes to those high frequency elements, yeah, yeah, I'm going to release a song this year. You just watch, maybe. But yeah, because of those high frequency elements, it was very hard for your voice to come through. So that could be a case where actually side chaining the guitars to the vocals would really come in handy. That way, every time you begin to sing, it would actually just duck them guitars down, just like 3 dBs. And then when you stop, would allow them to gradually come back in without really too much of a noticeable difference in any of that. So with that being said, that's really the only thing that I have for that song. Everything else, I think once the vocals would stand on top a little bit better, the vocals were mixed well. It sounded great with the rest of the instrumentation. I would have liked to have heard a little bit more of the bass, but that's fine. Yes, Mob. That was really, I loved that, that Asian feel to that. The Asian sounds, those instruments that I'm not used to hearing, but love to hear. So definitely. And I could definitely attribute to the fact that, yes, I could hear you singing on that track as well. It sounded kind of like a Mob track, honestly. That upbeat, toe stomping. Yeah, that was good stuff. So up next we have Neon Wonders. I wish I could give you more insight, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, but honestly, that's really the only thing that I heard. I think maybe that's a good problem to have, that I don't have much to say about it. So, anywho, Neon Wonders is up next by our good friend Mark George. Let's see what he has to write about that. He says, let me make sure I got the right name up on the screen now. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for submitting. Another 80s inspired synth track, says Mark. Not really much to say about this one. The imagery it conjures up for me is a wet, dark city and somehow flying around the tall buildings like some superhero as the neon lights shine and flash. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Very cool little word picture there. That gives us something to kind of go off of. So close your eyes and be magically whisked away to a wet, dark city where you are somehow flying around tall buildings like some kind of a superhero while the neon lights flash and shine. Here we go. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you don't have one track soloed. You have them all playing at once. Here we go. Sorry about that, Mark. Ooh. Nice. Just kidding. Actually, that was pretty close. Nice. Dude, that kick is like perfect. Very cool little subtle things happening over here in the right stereo field. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the whole like flying around the city, so that's cool. Very cool. Off in the distance, he sees his arch nemesis. That reminds me of a video game right there that I've played before. I believe the name of it was 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Get ready, folks. Here it comes again. The riser. There it was. And now, having vanquished his foe, he flies off into the sunset with a beautiful woman draped over his arms. And he's just saved from the flames of a building that was on fire. Behind him is burning to the ground. His heart is burning for her. I don't know where this is going, but ladies and gentlemen, Mark George has done it again. Another banger. Yes, I do talk to myself occasionally, and I answer myself on most occasions. So, wow. I would have loved to have heard just a little bit more low end myself. Someone else had mentioned that in the chat. I would have loved to have heard a little bit of a driving bass line to sort of accentuate and offset the high frequencies. But the kick was, man, that kick was like perfect. It was just right up in your face, right where it needed to be. It had just enough of chest feel to feel like a real kick. So great job. And then the word picture that you just painted in our minds, like I could see it coming to life. So when you're able to take a thought in your head, like you just did, you know, you were like talking about a superhero flying, bleh. Yeah, he was flying around the city, and flying around these tall buildings and whatnot, able to take that and turn it into a song. That's not easy. So great job. Great job. And now I have been thoroughly called out by DJ because I told you guys on a live stream not too long ago that I was going to be trying my best to release a song this year, and I will, by golly. Even if it's just a singer-songwriter, me and a guitar, by golly, I'm going to stink and do it. I need to do it. Some cool stuff is happening, though, now that I'm able to be on 8-hour shifts. I thought it was going to really put a damper on everything that we do here, but actually it may end up being better to begin with, because now I can do live streams at a specified time, which everyone has forever now been like, dude, quit going live willy-nilly. So hopefully this will help. Hopefully you got something out of today's stream. So thank you guys so much for showing up. For the submissions, everyone had some great submissions. You guys really did. You knocked it out of the park. Therefore, it's going to be really hard to actually pick one. So And part of me wants to just go ahead and pick one now because I kind of have my finger on the pulse of one that I feel like. But another part of me is like, nah, maybe I should give them another listen again. Yeah, I don't know. Let me make sure it's the right song before I say yay or nay here. Yes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have picked a winner. It was the one, at least, that leapt out at me the most. And it was Shayla Woo, or Shayla Who by Mr. James. Just a really cool upbeat track that I really want to showcase as well as add, because this gentleman has said he would be willing to add these multi-tracks to the VIP membership. So thank you so much for that. And in honor of that, let's go ahead and let's see here. Let's go ahead and have a giveaway for a 30-day trial of the VIP membership. So if you're not a VIP member now, let's go ahead and give you a chance to win at least 30 days of VIP membership. If you don't like it, you can cancel it anytime. It's no biggie. But this will give you instant access for the next 30 days. If you do already have a VIP membership, it's really not going to help for you to join because you already have one. So, but this will be for someone who maybe has been thinking about trying it, but you're not sure if you want to. This can be good for you. So let's go ahead and let's see here. Yeah, let's start the giveaway now. There's going to be 3 minutes on the clock. And with this 3 minutes, all you have to do is type in !HSS to be entered into the giveaway. And while we're waiting on that, let's just go ahead and give this song a real quick listen again. It does sound a lot like Side to Side now that you say that. Awesome. So tune in the beginning of next month, and we will be mixing this song live. That is, given the fact that he can actually get all of those tracks to me, which hopefully he can. Mr. Lance, M Lance 1231, it needs to be !HSS. There you go. Now you're in, brother. Awesome. By the way, thanks for showing up. I believe you're a first timer. If not a first timer, you just haven't commented before. So thank you so much. M1 Charles Jackson fan girl. It's so cool to see everyone's creativity. Well, thank you so much for showing up. Another first timer. Mob the Gamer says he would love to remix this song. Well, the multi-tracks will be included. And again, if he can find them and get access, give me access to them, they will be included in the VIP membership now. So that's very cool. Oh, can we hear it again, please? Yes. Turn this up again real quick. too. Sorry I missed you, brother. Jeremiah Peterson, good to see you. Going back to the chat here, seeing there's some people I missed. Okay, it looks like I've got everybody allocated now. I think I haven't missed anybody. If I have, my apologies. I try to keep an eye on the chat as closely as possible. But I also try to make sure I'm listening to the music as closely as possible too. So, Michael Jackson fangirl. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. Gee, I wonder how you found this channel. Yeah, we've done a lot of MJ and Jackson 5 up in here. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and I think we have got to a place. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Tell your friends. Let them binge watch. It's always fun to do. So, all right, we're going to pick a winner. So let's go ahead and we're going to fade this bad boy out. Let me make sure I'm actually doing that properly. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The winner is 𝗵𝗵𝗲 1231. Congratulations. Now, all you have to do is just simply email me at homestudiosimplified@gmail.com or at robert@homestudiosimplified.com. Either one of those emails will work. And let me know, hey, I won. And from there, I will send you a special link that you can use that will give you a free 30-day trial of the VIP membership. Now, if you're not a VIP member, if you're not one of those yet, one of these days I'll learn how to talk, and you're curious as to, okay, well, what does that all mean? Let me just share with you real quickly what that would look like. So you go over to the website. This is what that looks like here on the home page. And if you go to the store, you will see here's the VIP membership. So once you're inside the VIP membership, you will have a login that will look something like this. And it's not going to let me log in because I'm the creator. So I need to come back here and do something just a little different. Okay. That song's already stuck in my head. That's when you know it's a cool song. Okay, let's see. This should give you a little introduction to it. So this is what it will look like if you were to sign up today for the VIP membership. This is what your home screen will sort of look like. You're going to notice that you have a dashboard, which is what you're looking at now. You've got core training, exclusive tutorials, a huge analysis section, mixed critiques, a bonus section where you have all kinds of downloads. And when you become a member, even if it's a trial, you can still download those today. You can also become an affiliate for the channel. So if you sell any of my courses, you can actually make money yourself. 30%, 50% on some of those things. If you sell someone a VIP membership, you get a percentage of that. So yeah, and then we can go to our VIP community, VIP only Discord. Here's access to exclusive discounts, which is going to be continually added to. I actually have one to add to this here soon, actually. Here's a big list of free plugins, a session player sign up if you want to actually start contributing to some collaborations. And you can even request other members of the community to play on some of your songs. And then we have a huge list of multi-tracks as well as samples. Now, with that being said, the community, if you come over here, looks like this. And it's cool because you can actually have access to your dashboard at the same time as the community. But you can come over here, like say into Studio Picks, and it's just kind of like a Facebook group, but so much cooler. Like you can do a lot of things in here. There's a leaderboard that unfortunately is not really updating like it should. DJ Big Red 81 is sitting at the top, with Jurgen coming in a close second, and Leon Banks at third. For all time, for a monthly, Leon Banks is at the top, followed by Ian Webster or Crackly Software, and Mark George coming in at third for the month. Very cool there. So being on top of that leaderboard doesn't earn you anything bragging rights, but it's still fun. Here's a place where you can introduce yourself, let us get to know you more. A place for Q&A. If you want to ask questions and maybe try to get an answer, this is a great place to do that. We also have challenges in here. So inside these challenges, you can do, we just did a mixing a vocal and piano challenge. It's just a fun way to sort of stretch your wings and try things out. We had to create a 30-second song challenge, which was really fun. A lot of people was like, there's no way you can create a song that's only 30 seconds. We proved them wrong, didn't we, guys? But then also there's some meetups, which we'll be having some of these soon, which is a live stream much like this one, but it's inside the VIP membership. So we can really get into the weeds and let our hair down and all kinds of stuff. Now, the badges that are here, you can earn different badges. I need to reach out to individuals here because, sorry, I'm getting a notification here. I need to reach out to the host because it seems like that the badges aren't updating properly like they're supposed to. I will get that fixed though, and I'll make sure that everybody gets the badges that they need. And those are basically just for being a song contest winner, you get a badge. For being a helpful member of the community, you get a badge. Opening up all of the emails that I send you, you get a badge for that. When you get all of the badges filled up, when all of those badges are filled up, there's going to be a special little prize for you awaiting. So thank you guys so much for showing up today. That's what that will look like. Now, if you want to know what the mastering the mix is about that we talked about at the very beginning. So if you have to check out now, this is going to be sort of a promotional thing. I totally get it. For the next few minutes though, I'm going to be talking about mastering the mix. Now this is a live masterclass that's going to take place on May 6th at 2 p.m. It's going to be 3 hours long. There's going to be like an hour-long session, and then that's going to be followed by a break, just a brief break, another hour-long session followed by another brief break. And yes, thank you, DJ, for bringing that to my attention. But basically, it's going to be everything that you need to learn to take your mixes to the next level in one session. Like literally, this is going to replace an entire semester of audio school. I'm not just saying that. People that have taken my previous iteration of this, the Rocket Fuel bundle, they said the same thing. They were like, this was worth an entire, of course, that one was more stretched out. So it was worth an entire year of audio school. This one will at least be worth an entire semester. You're going to get a lot out of it. You're going to learn everything you need to know for EQ, compression, reverb, delay, sound design, and creating unique textures and tones. I'm going to reveal everything, not just some of the secrets, all of the secrets that I know up until this point, and they won't be secret anymore. You're going to get to know everything. You can immediately implement with the multi-tracks that are provided because you're going to be able to actually get on there and utilize stuff before the class even starts. So once you become registered and you've paid for the live masterclass, everything that comes with that masterclass will immediately be provided to you. For those of you who have signed up at the early stages, the infancy stages right now, you're still waiting on them. Sorry. So who is this for? Basically, this class is for anyone who wants to take their music production skills to the next level. Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, you're going to walk away with the knowledge and experience that you need to help you succeed. What do you get? Well, let's talk about that. So you get, with this exclusive masterclass, you're going to get a recording of the masterclass you can keep forever to always come back and reference to. You're going to get a lifetime access to the recording of the class, 3 months of free access to the community that I just showed you, the VIP community. You're going to get a ton of free downloadable PDF guides, a chance to ask questions, get personalized feedback, as well as multi-tracks you can add to your portfolio. And everyone who signs up gets a free plugin, the One Mastering Processor from IK Multimedia, which is a $99 value in and of itself. So you get a free plugin that is already worth more than the admission of the class itself. Basically, it's like buying a plugin and getting a free class or vice versa, however you want to look at it. With that being said, here's some little testimonials that we've taken. And if you want to come to this page that's in the link, you can always come back here and click on any of these here, and they'll kind of run you through some of the most frequently asked questions. For instance, one of the questions was, what happens if I can't attend the class? Well, there's going to be a recording and you'll have access to it. I can't unfortunately do another live class for you because you've missed it, but everything that's covered will still be there, and I will still have, you'll still be able to ask follow-up questions because you've registered and you were supposed to be there. I'll take any questions that you have, and I'll even, you know, make sure that you at least feel like you were there. We do have time set aside for questions, and then there is a refund policy. So there's a 14-day money-back guarantee. If this does not work for you, you feel like you learned nothing, and we can definitely get to that point where, you know, we both agree like, okay, you didn't get anything from this, I will refund you, no questions asked. Now, there are limited seats that are available because of limitations to the streaming software, but here is the price. You can either pay in full, $97 one time, or you can pay 2 payments of $50 or 3 payments of $37. And this will begin in 43 days, 19 hours, 10 minutes, and 31 seconds. So you have a little bit of time to still think about it, to mull it over. If you're on my email list, you're definitely going to want to be on my email list. It's super simple to get on there. You can just go straight to the home page on the website here. Sign up to get a free vocal mini course. You get on my email list. Get a creating a song step-by-step tutorial. Get on the email list. Get this mixing bass simplified cheat sheet. Get on the email list. And there you go. So it's super simple to get on the email list. Once you're on that list, stay tuned because I've already given out some coupon codes for individuals. So Jeremiah Peterson says, several months ago, I won a free trial because of life, family, work. I never used it. Is it still valid? Basically, I'm wondering, does the offer expire? I think it does expire after a certain extent. I just do that simply so that people can't keep redoing it. But yes, email me if you had an issue not using what you won, and I'd be happy to take care of that. Make sure you can get a free month of that. Cool. All right. So if you guys are in the market for wanting to learn more about mixing in one single class, take your mixing skills to the next level, sign up for that. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. So for those of you that stuck around, thank you so much for sticking out today. And before we go, we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel of awesomeness. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't think we were going to get by without doing this, did you? That's right. This is 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗓 bringing you the wheel of awesomeness. Yes, let's spin this wheel. I guess it would help if I actually had the spinner up so that I could spin the wheel. I had it up a minute ago for the giveaway, and then I think I closed it down. Looks like I'm still logged in though, so just take a second here. And we will spin the wheel of awesomeness. My 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗀's getting weak. I need to work on that. All right, let's see what we got here. A favorite. Cool. So, as of late, there have been a lot of new products that have been released. A lot of products that have come out. A lot of plugins that have just been recently released. Leave in the chat section what has been your favorite plugin as of late that you've been using on every single mix. Let us know. That would be cool. And while you're typing that into the chat, I'm going to try to get this fixed where the echoing was happening. Friend, are you looking to take your music experience to the next level? Well, as a VIP member, you're going to gain access to exclusive benefits that cannot be found anywhere else, including early access to the release on YouTube with no commercial interruptions, as well as an extra 5 to 10 minutes of exclusive content where I solo the tracks and share my production insights, so you can apply then those key takeaways to your own music projects. But that's not all. As a VIP member, you'll also get a backstage pass to a ton of videos that can't be found anywhere else. So if you're looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind music experience, click the link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen now to learn more about becoming a VIP member. Hey friend, are you looking to take your music experience to the next level? Well, as a VIP member, you're going to gain access to exclusive benefits that cannot be found anywhere else, including early access to new videos before they're released on YouTube.
Awesome.
With no commercial interruptions.
We got it.
As well as an extra 5 to 10 minutes of exclusive content where I solo the tracks and share my production insights, so you can apply then those key takeaways to your own music projects. But that's not all. As a VIP member, you'll also get a backstage pass to a ton of videos that can't be found anywhere else. So if you're looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind music experience, click the link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen now to learn more about becoming a VIP member. Hey friend, are you looking to take your music?
Okay. What a great stream. You know, we had a lot of good input from individuals within the stream and a lot of great songs. So thank you guys for submitting. So it looks like the magma tube on my vocals. I love the magma tube. I do. I love saturation plugins to begin with. TDR Nova EQ tool. Cool. Isotope Neutron. Ooh. Awesome. The one plugin I use on everything is Analog Obsessions Buster. It's just so simple to use and sounds amazing. And then DJ says, I have too many to pick from. Liking the TDR Nova, says M. Lance. Awesome. Relab Lexicon 480. Okay. Instrument wise, every song has Crackly Software Arminator 2. Cool. Good deal. Well, thank you guys once again for showing up, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on those multi-tracks and mixing them for you. Until next time, remember that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. God bless you guys. Love you all.